recording. I'm not much at this technical stuff. So I've hit off, I haven't got much assistance, and I'm finally breaking through. I'm going to do it myself anyway. So I want you to know I consider myself the king of the Jews. And I appear as the state of humanity for about 3.5 million years when your shin bone is 8 million years old. I am the echo of information. It's just a project the King of the Jews has been sent on to echo information. I was written before stars and planets from the heart of the creator of this planet, from his dream chamber. Definitely. And sent traveling like Schwarzenegger through human DNA. Genetics. Here I are. I've showed up before. I call migration. I intend to remember with you out loud the assets of living human here. It's priceless. My Maker's reminded me oftentimes in prayers. I've spit this whole thing straight in my Maker's face. The Lord's talked up to me many times appreciating my spit, because the Lord knows how much I appreciate getting here and being here, and it's a wonderful experience, and has no business for this crap. So speaking up to my Maker and spitting straight there, my Maker speaks up to me and calls me an accomplishment and something priceless, and that it worked. And that my rage with my Maker is nothing but my appreciation, and that I was caused and intended to bring me to come to my Maker and get conversation and bring it straight to you, which was already pre-built before the stars and planets, as a mammal and humanity and maturing. And I are maturity. And I are not a personality nor a character. I am a mammal in maturity. Do you understand me? And any identity given me prior to this is horse pucky. I call myself Norman Woodstock Spalding. I'm nicknamed after Norman Mailer. How do you do? I'm Rick Miller, a talk show host, a talkateer. I goddamn good one. Pardon my French. Now then, one of the things we are going to remember now, I forgot what I had on my mind to remember now with you. The ability to communicate. It's a great asset with humanity and not working right now. The whole bunch of bigotry and the... You think you're getting answers in your prayer life? What's bigoted? Something is going on. Human prayer is not getting responded to. And the one thing you do is get response from your prayer. The answer was written 4 stars and planets. You ain't going to pray to nothing here now. Nothing here present tense that did this. The alien moron that did this is not here. Now, you do have DNA. You do have genetics. And you can ponder and recall. When you do, your mind will speak to you quicker. You can make up the words. Something fishy, said Jonah. And there's no sign. Get the sign of Jonah. Remember this. I'm going to break off to this priceless thing because we're going to repeat what Christ told Jerusalem. What he learned in Judea as a human being. Jesus was Judean, educated, state of Rome, Judea. Educated there. Priceless. This is not a new understanding to people. You back up and ponder the story of Christ. Let me tell you something. It doesn't say what the Orthodox altar is saying. It doesn't influence things that way. It's not what the whole thing is about at all. It's about curiosity. Christ came to testify to the truth, not Christ. To glorify Christ and not the truth, you're going to get no what's the law problem. You better hope there ain't no afterlife. First of all, you're going to you ain't going to like me. But you face Jesus, you're going to get in trouble. Everyone will bow to George Bush first. But Christ bowed lower to the truth than anything living. What's the truth? An accurate description, backed up, remembered, the picture, the storyline, understanding it. It humbles you. You crawl and fly at the same instant. It's priceless. And only a weight of a mammal could possibly digest it. Well, it takes cross-examining to digest it. And you witness something that you are in more curiosity about than you have answers. Or even description. Oftentimes in prayer, the Lord will remind you of things. It takes you weeks to put it in phrase. Be not a vision. You call these words, don't have a... I'll tell you what, you'll witness things and events put together, and you'll call it a pattern or story, whatever. Wow! And detailed, in my background, I'll tell you what the Lord will speak to you in mostly in the preparation you have for the conversation. Even though I think with a child, it comes prepared to overhear the conversation of the Lord. Every child, each one of us does. And in most cases, are told it doesn't exist. Well, the Lord's with us. No, the Lord isn't. The evidence of the Lord is. And the child will point to the evidence, and you tell them that's not the evidence. The Lord is mystical. The Lord isn't mystical. The Lord is evident. He's not present. Huh? To say the Lord is present and not evident, you are an idiot. Anyone saying that? The Lord is evident. You are curious. You have senses, like feelers. You are aware as a mammal. And the craft of it. Yeehaw! Priceless is a human. Each one. Not ever to be talked down to as an idiot by the idiot trainer. Usually in most cases, someone breeding in reckless situation would know anything about a human being, has no business breeding for 3.5 million years, breeding out of context of wit, humanity. Wonder what's wrong. Huh? King of the Jews sitting in my throne. Here to proclaim one thing and explain one thing. Creation. I want to hear you use each word. Why not every human simultaneously around the globe say that word? It's a word of science, a word of understanding sequence and simultaneous. It's a word of questioning, curiosity. It has nothing to do with religion in any way, shape, or form. The word creation, religion has utterly run straight away from and is horrified of. Everywhere, and has been for quite some time. In every land. Superstition reeks there now. Want to point in India? Is that religion or superstition? Which is it? Ah! Whew. You like living in superstition? Humans are dripping in it. That's what's causing the problem. The tradition and superstition get together like two morons wrestling in a mud pit in the mind of a human, and they go absolutely violent. Don't they? Now, some of them control that violence and exert it in very quiet, slimy ways. Some of them don't. They're still all violent. They enjoy watching something in torment. That's violence. Are you aware of that? And how many of you are aware that you stick things in places of torment and you find it quite comfortable for yourself? You are violent. You are not worthy to breathe. Would you please turn blue? Do not hurt and collapse. Like cells in a wonderful Mickey Mouse idea. There's all kinds of these hinges on these different cells hooked together. When you turn blue, all the hinges break loose and you just go, frown. Ah, I like it. Do it. You have too much grudge with you. Don't you? And you exercise very quietly in so many societies, and you have for so long hooked together in education, you like to push it. You put it on the film, you have the storyline of the Mickey Mouse movie, nothing yet around that, and the audience is filling with grudge. Dennis Weaver and his dumb running away from a truck. Ah! The dumbest movie I ever saw in my life. Dennis Weaver in a Valiant running away from a truck. You know, I watched that for about 20 minutes and realized nobody's that dumb. Click. I wasn't dumb enough to watch it, and I knew no one was dumb enough to have that behavior. Why did they even make that movie? To try to entrap you to think that there's people that stupid? No, there ain't. No, nobody's that dumb. Want to bet? What a, it's a term assholes here. Nobody's as dumb as the truck driver here, and nobody's dumb as Dennis Weaver. I wonder why he was dumb enough to do the film. Ah, who produced a film like that? More later.